Now we're going to look into the contents. So on the homepage, we have this chapter on numbers, and then within that chapter, we have a subchapter on integers, and if we scroll down, you'll see another one, a subchapter on negative numbers, etc. There could be more. Within a chapter, we're going to have two types of pages. One is going to be a theory page, marked with this paper icon, and the other one is an exercise package, and it's marked with a little pencil. So here is an example of a theory page. This one is on adding and subtracting negative numbers. You see that there is some text here. You can also hover over some of the words that are underlined, and then you get more information. On the top right, we have this listening option. So this is going to allow the students to hear the text. It's going to be read out loud. And they can also bookmark this page for later. And we'll scroll down a bit. There are these two different sections, so they're organized a little bit. And then on the bottom of the page, we have an example. And in this case, we have 4 different examples. So you see 4 of these dots here. And from those 4 examples, you can additionally restart them and you can request a new one. So it's going to be the same example, but then with new numbers. You see it here. And then on the bottom, there's an option to ask a question, and then this question is going to be sent to the forum. And next to the theory page, there's usually an exercise package that is connected to that page. So this is one of the exercise packages. You see on the left side that there are 8 different exercises in this package. And I did the first one and the 4th one, so they were done well. You see that they're green. And I will show you some other things here on this example. So again, we have the speaker in the upper right. We also have this option to view student attempts. You can only see this as a teacher, and in that case, you might want to look into one particular exercise, and then you can see what the students are answering. And later, you can even memorize those answers and then share them anonymously. And this is particularly developed for people who want to show what the students are working on without revealing the student's identity, so it's anonymized. We see here that we need to calculate -4 plus -4. I'll show you another cool thing. So if a student makes a mistake and answers this as 0, they will get a feedback here that says, no, you calculated 4 plus -4 instead of -4 plus -4. So this is just to show you maybe one of the common mistakes that might happen. This can of course also apply to a more complicated exercise. This is just an example. But now I know by this feedback that I need to calculate this like this, and then I get feedback that that is correct. Once I'm done with this exercise, I can of course do it again, so I can just choose redo exercise, and then I will get new numbers, so I can do it again. Here on the bottom right, you see that I have a hint, and students can use a hint whenever they want. It doesn't subtract any points for them, so it's completely fine to use. I also have a theory page. So this is the same theory page we saw before. It's just opening up like this on the right side, and then I can close it, and then that's going to help me solve this question. And the last option is the solution. So if the student really doesn't know how to solve this, they can click on solution. And then the worked out solution will appear here in the green box. And from that point, they can either redo the exercise or they can ask a question. So you notice that this option to ask a question, it only shows up after the solution has been provided, either by the computer or by the student. So that's going to force them a little bit to actually try to solve the exercise before they go to ask a question on the forum. I'll choose this option to ask a question. And now I have this option here where I can write my question. And additionally, I can choose to post a message anonymously. So that means that none other students are going to see my name, but only the teacher is going to know who posted the question. And I can also choose to use the AI solution bot to answer my question. Now, this is something that I enable for this demo class. It's not something that you have to use necessarily, but the students can use the AI solution bot to help them answer the question. And that's something you can enable in the settings of your class under forum. Now we're going to see what happens when we ask the solution bot for help. in this exercise, I need to give a factorization of 30. So I can try and answer this question by saying 1 times 30. If I check it, I get this automated feedback that says a factorization should not contain a factor 1. So I can try something else now and say 3 times 10 and check, and I have feedback that it's correct. But of course, maybe this is not clear to me and I want to ask the solution bot for help. So I'm going to ask a question and I'm going to say, why can't I factors with 1? And I can also post a message anonymously, or I can just take this one, which says use the AI solution bot to answer my question. So I'm gonna say post, and now this is posted on the forum. And if I want to see the answer, it's not going to be here, but I can go here to the forum and say view. Here's my question. I could have gone also via the forum tab here. And when I open my question, I see what I did before. I see the solution, my question, and then I see the answer from the solution bot. I can then accept this as the correct answer, or the teacher can do so as well, and that's it. Other students can also comment here. They can upvote this question if they want to, and this is going to be available for the whole class if you have the forum open.